What's up, everybody? How you doing? This is Phil Williams of The Phil Williams Show. Yes, this is Phil Williams of The Phil Williams Show. And it is time for my segment called Mr. Tat. That's my response to a tweet. And this one is going to be very interesting. Someone asked, how could I be black and not be mad about the Confederate flag? Someone asked, how can I be black and not be mad about the Confederate flag? Well, here we go. Here's my response to that tweet. If I am to believe what they tell me about this Confederate flag, they say that it represents slavery. It is a byproduct of the slavery time period. So if I am to buy into that, that means I have to have a certain amount of anger because it represents slavery. Now, this flag cannot come down off of a flagpole and hang me if I do something wrong on the plantation. That flag cannot come down off of that flagpole and disconnect me from my family like they did in slavery. That flag cannot come down off of that flagpole and put me into a 10 by 10 foot thing called a house, what we call a slave quarter. That flag cannot do that right now in the year 2015. So if that flag represents slavery, that makes it difficult for me to get upset about it, because that flag cannot do anything. But on the other hand, if we're going to go with the represent slavery argument, if that's the argument, there is something else that represents slavery in the 2015s. Slavery was a time period where they came up with this formula that says if you enact this formula, if you bring in this formula, you can control your black slaves for hundreds of years. This formula was one of the aspects of this formula was putting one black against another black. That was a dynamic that slavery produced, like you want me to believe that this Confederate flag was produced from. Put another black against another black, and you can control your slaves for hundreds of years. So the reason why I can't get upset with that flag, because blacks controlling other blacks is what's happening right now. That is impacting my life right now. It's not coming down off of a flagpole. It's not standing up on a pole waving in the air. It can come down right now and physically put its hands on me. Blacks putting their hands on other blacks. Blacks taking other blacks' lives. Blacks doing god-awful things to other blacks. Blacks doing god-awful things to other human beings. These are the things that represent slavery to me. This is actually what's happening right now in the 2015s. So, if you want me to be mad about a Confederate flag because it represents slavery, I'm sorry to disappoint. I'm sorry that you are so narrow-minded. I am so, so sorry that you cannot see how you have been hoodwinked and dragged over into the weeds by something that cannot do nothing to you. But you want to say it represents slavery. When putting blacks against other blacks, because right now black people are going to be against me because I'm not upset about this flag. Blacks are going to call me god-awful names, try to destroy anything that I would want to do in my future because I'm not upset with that flag. Blacks are going to do exactly what slavery produced to me because I choose to be a black conservative. So no, I'm not upset with that flag because to me, that doesn't represent slavery like you being upset with me. Hey, this is Phil Williams. This is the Phil Williams Show.